Hello. Today I'd like to talk to you about reading with your child. Reading with your child at home can be an enjoyable, successful and fun experience for both of you or all of you if you're reading with more than one child. Before I start to talk to you about guided reading, which is what the children do with their teachers and teacher aides in the classroom each day, I'd like to first talk to you about decoding or reading strategies. Reading strategies are what we use to decode a word that we don't know when we come across it in text. If I go through and give you some examples, you might be able to use some of these to prompt your child instead of saying the word when we come across an unknown word. The first one is eagle eye. Eagle eye is just looking at the pictures to get a clue. So if I was to read the book, The Lazy Pig, and I did not know what a word was in here, I might be able to use a picture clue to tell me. So I am up, said the, who said it? Let's use eagle eye. Let's look at the picture, said the cow. I can check. Cow starts with a C, which makes a k sound. Does that sound right? Yes, it does. Let's reread it and see if it makes sense. I am up, said the cow. Sometimes the pictures alone aren't going to be enough to help you decode the word. That's when Lips the Fish is fantastic for beginning readers, or even in those more difficult words in the higher level texts. When you use Lips the Fish, you get your mouth ready, even when you do not know the word. For example, if the book was to say, here I come, and we did not know this word, I would go and just say the first sound as soon as I got to the word. Here I k. Here I k. What makes sense? Here I come. Then you can look careful caterpillar all the way through to the end of the word. Come. Even though the O is not making a O sound, it's making a sound, it's still going to make sense when you read it. The next one is stretchy snake. Stretchy snake is when you sound out every single letter in the word. Stretchy snake is not suited to very long words, really to shorter words that have their phonetical sound to them. So if I say I did not know this word, I could stretchy snake every single sound for the word went. W-e-n-t. That's still difficult to decode when you have a gap in between each sound. You need to make it sound like a roller coaster or a slide. So we say we slide and stretch our way all the way through Stretchy Snake's body from his head, and we don't stop making sound until we get to his tail. So instead of saying w-e-n-t, we say w-e-n-t, went. Chunky monkey is fantastic when the children are starting to see some smaller words that they know in a larger word. If I did not know the word today, I could say, using Chunky Monkey, I am going to cover this part of the word, cover that part of the word. I can see the word to, I can see the word day, I can see today. The next one is Skippy Frog. Skippy Frog is useful when all of the above strategies are not working and you can skip the word totally and then come back and put in a word that makes sense. For example, if I had the sentence, the red hen made the roof. If I did not know the word made, I would keep reading right through until the end of the sentence, and then I would go back and put in a word that makes sense. Because I do not know this word, I would also encourage the children to always use lips the fish when they are using Skippy Frog. If you use lips the fish and make that first sound, you're going to give yourself a clue for something that makes sense. The red hen the roof. What did the red hen do? The red hen make the roof? Well, he did make the roof, but does that sound right in the sentence that we're saying? The red hen make the roof? Well, he's already done it. So it is the red hen made the roof. That's putting in a word that makes sense. Then we can read all the way through the word, careful caterpillar, made the roof. The next one is flippy dolphin. Flippy dolphin gives you a chance to flip the vowel sound. So our vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Typically A, E, I, O, A. They can also make the long vowel sound or the short vowel sound. So you need to make sure that when you're choosing a word to flip the vowel, you will be able to flip it to either the short or the long sound. If I have the word lazy, like in the lazy pig, I would flip the A, which typically makes an A sound, to make an A sound. At the moment, if I wasn't using Flippy Dolphin and I was stretching out that word with stretchy snake every sound, I would say lazia, lazia, lazia. We will have no idea what that means. It does not make sense, and the stretchy snake isn't helping us. So now I need to use Flippy Dolphin to flip the A from an A to its long A sound. Lazia, lazia. Sometimes the children might say, oh, I know that's lazy. If they don't, you can remind them that Y is also substituting for a vowel sound. So you can say sometimes Y says E and sometimes Y says I. You could try both. Lazy or lazy. Lazy. The second last one there is try and line. Try and line is where you reread the whole sentence and you put in a word that makes sense. Similar to Skippy Frog, but really all the time, every time we use any of these strategies too often throughout a sentence or throughout a chunk of text, we always encourage children to try and line. Try that again. Let's reread that whole passage again. Let's reread that whole sentence again, now that we've done all of our hard work of decoding. The last one I've referred to a little bit through as well as careful caterpillar. Sometimes you do need to read through carefully to the end of the word. Sometimes when things aren't making sense, like he jump over the fence, you say he jump over the fence. Did that make sense? Let's use careful caterpillar and look at that word jump all the way to the end of the word. That ED is making a T sound. So sometimes looking through to the end of the word to look for those endings of ED, ING, S can help make sense of the word.